Things differently there. We have a very warm way of welcoming visitors here. But when we went to the National Assembly, we were not accorded the same, the same welcome. In fact, the speaker who was there said that he's not even aware and he has never seen us. I'm very surprised that he's a former senator here and he couldn't recognize senators, Mr. Speaker. We were just chased away, but we are happy to be back here. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is something that I admire of Senator Andrew Okia Omtata, and one more Senator, Danson Mungatana. Well, all of us have been elected to come to the Senate, and we work very hard to come to the Senate and to come.
After the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Masika Wetangula, refused to submit and also congratulate the new Member of Parliament from Old Kalou, Sami Kamau, alias Chokora 001, now the Nyandarua Senator, that is John Methu, ameamua kufanya ile kitu. Katika bunge la Seneti, amechukua muda wake na kusubmit na kumcongratulate na vile vile kukosoa bunge la kitaifa kwa kuwa amesema kwamba mbunge mpya ama mbunge mgeni akichaguliwa lazima wabunge wamkaribishe vile ambavyo inapaswa. Kumbuka kuna wabunge ambao wamebishwa hivi karibuni akiwemo wa Muthende, wa Mbere na vile vile yule ambaye ni David Ndakwa wa Malava. Walisherehekewa na vile vile walikuwa congratulated in a very special way katika bunge la kitaifa. Vile vile wabunge waliruhusiwa kumsherehekea, kupiga mayowe, kupiga nduru, thumbs up, thumbs, legs down, lakini leo hayo hayakushuhudiwa katika bunge la kitaifa. Lakini spika wa bunge ambaye ni Masika Wetangula alisimama kidete, akasema kwamba hakuna sherehe yoyote, hakuna kusherehekewa kokote kunafaa kufanyika katika bunge, na vile vile akasema watu wanyamaze ili amalize kumwapisha na shughuli za kawaida ziendelee katika bunge la kitaifa. Lakini hilo limezua, lakini Methu ameyafanya hayo yote katika bunge la Senate. Ningependa tumsikilize Senator wa kaunti ya Nyandarua, John Methu.
How to donate your time or allowed to spend your 15 minutes to reply. Senator Methu.
I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'll actually really try to condense my thoughts within the 5 minutes. You know, today I'm very happy, and I'm sure you know why. The people of Nyandarua and the people of Kalou have now finally gotten a new Member of Parliament, the Honorable Sami Douglas Kamau Aweru, whom I have the honor of congratulating on the floor of this House because he's a Member of Parliament that will be serving with me. And also having been elected on the party that I serve as the designated Secretary General, I am very, very happy. I congratulate Sami Douglas Kamau Aweru on his very momentous win. Mr. Speaker, number two, and finally, you know, I also was at the National Assembly, and I think they do things differently there. We have a very warm way of welcoming visitors here. But when we went to the National Assembly, we were not accorded the same, the same welcome. In fact, the speaker who was there said that he's not even aware and he has never seen us. I'm very surprised that he's a former senator here and he couldn't recognize senators, Mr. Speaker. We were just chased away, but we are happy to be back here. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is something that I admire of Senator Andrew Okia Omtata, and one more Senator, Danson Mungatana. Well, all of us have been elected to come to the Senate, and we work very hard to come to the Senate and to come to houses of Parliament. As you can see, we are now very few on this House, whereas when there is campaign time, we really put a lot of effort to come to the Senate. But when we come here, we also find very little time to come here. I think Senator Cherargei is also in that category of the senators who spend a lot of time in this House, and something that is very commendable. Senator Umtata is always here at 2:30, and he leaves the chambers at 6:30. That is something that is very, very, very commendable. And that is why he is able to put his mind and apply his mind on such a brilliant motion. I have served before. I was de-whipped for making very certain decisions, Mr. Speaker. I served as a member of the Public Accounts Committee. And I think one challenge that we faced, and I see some members who have survived still because they are still in the thin line. I was with Senator Umtata, by the way. I was serving with him as in the Public Accounts Committee. We were de-whipped together. I don't know what mistake he made. At least me, I know I stood with Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know what mistake he made to be de-whipped. But I think he also voted with us. I think that is a problem. That's why he was not de-whipped. He was also de-whipped. One thing that we kept facing, and one challenge that we have always constantly faced as we try to implement our mandate in regards to Article 96 of the Constitution of Kenya, is the fact that reports of the Auditor General actually come, I think, 3 years after the actual expenditure, Mr. Speaker. That is why you find that governors who have already left office have still so many pending questions that are appearing on audit reports that I think this is the first year or the second year that governors who have sat for, or who have sat for actually 4 years, are now answering their own questions. They kept coming to our committees, and when you ask them, explain this expenditure, they say, it is not me, it is my predecessor. You ask them this question, it is not me, it is my predecessor. Now these governors who are serving, they will leave office, the ones that will leave after this time, Mr. Speaker, and 2 years of their expenditure will be outstanding. So the governors who come after them, they will say that, oh, it's not my expenditure. That is why, Madam Mr. Speaker, I think it is very fair that we get monthly reports from the Integrated Financial Management System. And there's something that we faced, and I'm sure Senator Jaraga is a witness. And it will help us cure one very systemic challenge that we keep facing in the implementation of our Integrated Financial Management System. The voiding of transactions. That is something that we kept facing throughout, that when you are doing your requisition, you are saying that you want to pay so-and-so. Once the money hits the county revenue fund, you pay so-and-so. But there's no way of following up this money, because this audit will come after 3 years. But if, I would be very happy to be informed, Mr. Speaker, if time allows.
Take note of the fact that, of course, him informing you, Senator Cherargei informing you, will definitely be considered within the times that you had been given.
Unfortunately, I can't allow you to spend my 5 minutes. I just have 5 minutes. And then you also know that I'm very wise, so I mean, my wisdom can actually carry us along. Mr. Speaker, this voiding of transaction will actually be seen if we get these monthly reports from the Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Speaker, and they should be furnished to the area senator, so that I will be able to get a view. We requested for such and such an amount of money, because this money does not come in bulk. We requested for such and such an amount of money. This money is the money that came to the CRF. This is how this money was spent. That is the only way you can say that you are playing, your oversight role, Mr. Speaker. There is no other way, Mr. Speaker, of saying that after you have to wait until we get the report of the Auditor General, Mr. Speaker, because this report is not coming instantly, Mr. Speaker. Finally, you know, even if we give autonomy to the county assemblies, Mr. Speaker, there still remain some section of something that is required of the county executive committee member for finance to sign for monies that are still going to the county assembly, Mr. Speaker. If we get these monthly reports of IFMIS, Mr. Speaker, we shall get to know how much of this money that was in the requisition went to the county assembly, how much went to the county government. We shall also see how much of this money that has come to the counties is going to development and how much is going to current expenditure, Mr. Speaker. Because
unfortunately, Senator Methu, your 5 minutes is spent. This was, well, give Senator Methu 30 seconds, and 30 seconds it is.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your magnanimity, Mr. Speaker. I was just saying, you know, every time we get to the 30th of June of every year, and we say that there's some money that has remained with the national government, most of the time the money that remains in the national government is not development money. They expend every recurrent expenditure. So when they are doing the supplementary budget, Mr. Speaker, this money that was meant to go to development is diverted to other places. There's no way to view how this money is being spent in terms of what is going to development, what is going to recurrent, if we do not have